Friend Deepak and I, something that we always talk about is we're thinking too small. 10K per month from where I started, that's a lot of money, and that still is a lot of money. But there's some people, 10K a month would be a bad month. There are some people that 100K per month would be a bad month. There's some people that $1 million per month would be a bad month. We're thinking too small. Somebody's doing it. Why not me?
Yeah, and you know, I think there's a natural stage of progression that happens there. I don't know if how many people started their businesses saying I'm going to build a $10 billion business.
Yeah.
Or if Mark Zuckerberg said I'm going to I'm going to have hundreds of billions of dollars in my account. I don't know if if you're able to see that far ahead. I think when you say like 10K a month, 50K a month, there's those progressions, and you know, and it goes back to your identity at the end of the day. Identity, skills, and everything that comes with that. But your identity is like, what do I expect every single month? How much is my time worth? And what am I focusing on? When I was 12, I was focusing on opening a dog business, right?
Yep.
And the roof on that is being able to, you know, hire some friends and build up, you know, this little routine of dogs and everything. And then I started the fireworks business, and it went like, okay, like, you know, I want multiple locations, and I want to be making, you know, 5 figures from this. And then I started in solar, and it became, okay, like my goal and what I want is going to be in the 6-figure range. So now it requires different, you know, a different level of thinking in terms of leadership, in terms of skills, sales, and everything. And my identity was someone that was making 6 figures a year. And so the things that I focused on would be nothing less, right? Because that's what I expected from myself, and the world gave that. And today with this insurance business, which has been a whirlwind we can get into, we're coming into this with the intention of investing more money than we've ever invested in our lives, with the numbers that we're talking about, millions of dollars. And, you know, when I spoke about it with a few people, because I found, and I'm not, you know, I heard this from somebody else, but the more you speak to somebody about what you want, right, the more you like tell them like, this is how much I'm putting in, this is how much I'm going to make, everything. It's these little dopamine hits that you get, and when they praise you for it, you feel like you've already accomplished it. And so, you know, when I spoke about this with my dad, for example, that's somebody who's a bit closer to me. We were talking about the numbers, and he goes, stop, like it stresses me out, those numbers, right? Yeah. Because my dad is thinking at his like max capacity, and so he's right. Like those kinds of numbers, you know, whether you're a millionaire, billionaire, it's pretty large numbers. But that's what, once you start to focus on that, and you're like, I want $1 million problems, then you start to just attract opportunities that will put you in positions to potentially reach those millions of dollars, and that requires something completely new. You have to break through this sort of barrier to start focusing on those sorts of things and who you have to become in that process. And your identity becomes, if you're going to talk to me about an opportunity, it's got to be in the $500,000 range, $1 million range. And those opportunities just start to show up, you know?
Yeah, it's a spiritual game at that point. Yeah. And you know, something that we're talking about, I just want to share right now about career-wise, what should we do? I think the biggest lie society says is do what you're passionate about. People are like, I'm graduating college with 80K in debt. I don't know what I'm passionate about. I don't know what I want to do. Well, for me, how I was able to have one foot in the matrix and one foot out of the matrix was I figured out this formula I call, what is your scarce, in-demand value you provide to the world?
Yes.
What is something that not a lot of people are doing, that people need, that you're good at? So for me, it was content creation. I came up on taking people's podcasts and creating short clips for Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. What's something that not a lot of people are doing? I was a first adapter of clips. I was a first adapter of creating clips on TikTok in 2021. So I had an advantage. I'm really fucking good at what I do. I've created over 60 million organic views for people, and I'm good at it.
Huge.
So with that, I was able to create a service, and that has allowed me to have a lot of flexibility in my life where I'm not really tied down in one location. For the most part, I have calls I have to check into. I have a deadline for when I get my work done, but then that leaves a lot of flexibility in my life. So going back against the matrix and leaving the matrix, forget what you're told. Forget a lot of the things that you're told.
Yeah.
If everyone's going right, go left.